my staff for being smart enough to schedule a visit right before school lets out. Because that means everybody's in a good mood. However, Principal Tolbert told me that if I wanted to visit, I had to follow school rules. And since we just decided to pledge allegiance, let me say that it's always a great day to be a Red Imp. I gather some of you are going to be Blue Devils next year.
Go Blue, baby! Dirty move!
Being Imp's okay, but I guess being a devil. I want to thank Maureen for the wonderful introduction, but more importantly for the great work that she and all the staff at this school are doing. I could not be more impressed with the teachers and the administrators, so give it up for them. Students, clap for the teachers. You may not realize how lucky you are to have great dedicated teachers, but as a parent, I realize how important that is, and so we can't thank them enough. I want to make sure everybody knows that we've got one of the finest secretaries of education we've ever had in Arnie Duncan, who's here. Your mayor, Miles Hastings, is in the house. And Superintendent Edwards is here, who's doing such great work. Inviting me here today. I know it's a little warm in here, as it always is in a school gym, but I was spending a lot of time talking to the students, and they were showing me such incredible work that I got kind of carried away. I've come here to Mooresville to announce an important step that we're taking to grow our economy and to reignite the engine that powers our economy, and that's a rising and thriving middle class where everybody has opportunity. Over the past 4.5 years, we have been fighting back from the worst recession since the Great Depression, which cost millions of Americans their jobs and their homes and the sense of security that they've worked so hard to build. And North Carolina got hit worse than a lot of states. But thanks to the grit and the determination of the American people, folks are starting to come back. Our businesses have created nearly 7 million new jobs over the past 38 months. 530 of those jobs are new manufacturing jobs that help us sell goods made in America all around the world. We're producing more of our own energy. We're consuming less energy from other countries. The housing market and the stock markets are rebounding. Our deficit is shrinking. People's retirement savings are growing. The American auto industry has come roaring back. So we're getting traction. The gears to the economy are turning. We're starting to make progress. But we've got to build on that progress. Because while the economy's growing, there's still a lot of families out there who feel like they're working harder and harder, but can't get ahead. And the middle class has to be prospering, not just folks at the very top. That's got to be our focus. A growing economy. Economy that creates good middle-class jobs. That's got to be the North Star that guides all of our efforts. Now, what that means, I said this in my State of the Union address. Every day we've got to ask ourselves 3 questions as a nation. Number 1, how do we make America a magnet for good jobs? Number 2, how do we make sure our workers, our people, have the skills and education they need to do those jobs? And then number 3, how do we make sure that those jobs pay well, so that hard work leads to a decent living? But the reason I'm here today is because you are helping to answer that second question. How do we make sure Americans have the chance to earn the best skills and education possible? That's why I came to Mooresville. Because at a moment when the rest of the world is trying to out-educate us, we've got to make sure that our young people, all you guys, have every tool that you need to go as far as your talents and your dreams and your ambitions and your hard work will take it. That's the spirit that's reflected in the motto of your school district. Every child, every day. It's that fundamental belief that no matter who you are, no matter what you look like, no matter where you come from, every child can learn. Every child can succeed. Every child, every day deserves that chance. We've got an obligation to give every young person that chance. Making sure we've got the best teachers and giving those teachers support and paying them what they deserve. All the teachers say amen. It requires parents who are more active and involved. Parents, school's not a passive thing where you just dump off your kids, they come back and somehow automatically they learn. You've got to be involved in the education process. It requires smarter schools that are safer places to learn. And in an age when the world's information is just a click away, it demands that we bring our schools and libraries into the 21st century. We can't be stuck in the 19th century when we're living in the 21st century economy. And that's why today we're going to take a new step to make sure that virtually every child in America's classrooms has access to the fastest internet and the most cutting-edge learning tools. And that step will better prepare our children for the jobs and challenges of the future, and it will provide them a sure path into the middle class. And as a consequence, it'll mean a stronger, more secure economy for all of us. Specifically, today I am directing the Federal Communications Commission, which is the FCC, to begin a process that will connect 99% of America's students to high-speed broadband internet within 5 years.
Google Fiber. It's called Google Fiber.
I understand why this is important, but I'm speaking to a larger audience, so I want to explain why this is important. Today, the average American school has about the same bandwidth as the average American home. Even though, obviously, there are 200 times as many people at school as there are at home. Only around 20% of our students have access to true high-speed internet in their classroom. By comparison, South Korea has 100% of its kids with high-speed internet. We got 20%, South Korea 100%. In a country where we expect free Wi-Fi with our coffee, why shouldn't we have it in our school?
McDonald's Wi-Fi.
Man, we love you so much.
Why wouldn't we have it available for our children's education? So the good news is here in Mooresville, you've committed yourself to this cause. Starting in the 3rd grade, as all of you know, because you've lived through it. Every student in the district gets a laptop and high-speed wireless internet in the classroom.
Yeah, I know it's 4th grade.
And I just saw the ways that it's changing how you learn. You don't just write papers and take tests. We're working together on videos and presentations and movies and poetry. Your high school Spanish class might Skype with students in Barcelona or Buenos Aires. One student proudly said, we're able to work on more projects and homework outside of class. Now that's not normally something teenagers brag about. But that's exactly the attitude that's going to help you succeed and help your country succeed. And as I was learning and talking to some of the teachers here, it's helping the teachers too, because if a student is falling behind, a teacher is seeing it in real time. Somebody fall down? Now, one thing you guys got to do, by the way, bend your knees a little bit when you stand. Stand up straight. Yeah, I'm just giving you a tip so you don't faint.
Bend your knees. Bend the
Which happens
knees.
all the time, and it's really embarrassing. but if you already did, you should sit down. But it gives teachers the ability to see in real time what students need help, who's falling behind, and then offer extra help. If you've already mastered a lesson, you can move on to the next one. So as one teacher said, the thing I'm most proud of is not the technology, it's the relationships I can build with the students that I teach. Now here, at this school, this has only been going on for a few years, but so far the results have been remarkable. Graduation rates are up. Last year, out of 115 school districts in North Carolina, you ranked in the bottom 10 in the amount of money you spend per student, but you ranked number 2 in student achievement.